But of course, a football game was played on Monday night. Something happened on Monday night in Minneapolis. The Chicago Bears failed to find the end zone, and they still managed to sneak past the Minnesota Vikings 12-10. It was a game, y'all. Something took place. Entering Monday night, NFL teams were 0-28 this season when failing to score a touchdown. The Chicago Bears bumped that number to 1-28, 12-10. Once every so often, the nation's eyes are transfixed by the horror of what is playing out in front of them. You know, there's bad football, and then there's football that becomes so bad that it gets good. Right around the time you have your fourth or fifth turnover of the game, right around the time you realize both teams are actively trying to lose, you become transfixed by a game that was otherwise forgettable. It happened last year on a Thursday night, Colts Broncos. You remember the one. And it certainly happened on Monday night between the Bears and the Vikings. Chicago Bears, if you're watching, if you see that graphic, the first Bears win without scoring a touchdown in 30 years. Jim Harbaugh, the coach of the Michigan Wolverines, gearing up to play in the Big Ten title game. He was their quarterback. Just beautiful displays of football like this just only come around every so often. Josh Dobbs, the Pastronaut, the hero of Minnesota, just got there a month ago. I'm not going to say the slipper came off of Cinderella's foot because the Vikings are still very much alive in the playoff race, but 4 interceptions from Josh Dobbs, easily his worst game of this Vikings tenure. 3 of them are tipped. 2 of them are tipped by his own teammates, just not his night with the turnover luck. Justin Fields says, I see that and I raise you. 2 fumbles, both of them coming in the fourth quarter with the Bears trying to pull this thing out. Looks like they were going to give it away. The Vikings score the game's only touchdown with just a few minutes to play. Still managed to not win this game. We'll get to why. A train wreck the likes of which we only get once or twice per year. There have been some bad games in prime time this season, but typically that's been a blowout or just an overall uninspiring game. This was something different. Ironically, the only play that we really need to go through was the 36-yard dart from Justin Fields to DJ Moore. 3rd and 10, about a minute to play. Again, Bears get the ball after the Fields turnover. The Vikings fail to put the game away. About a minute to play, 3rd and 10 from midfield. 36-yard, I'll say it again, dart. A really, really beautiful throw to DJ Moore. And I know it was beautiful because it was the only beautiful throw of the night. It was the longest gain of the night. And it was also the only time Justin Fields even tried to push the ball down the field. Roughly half of his throws were either at or near the line of scrimmage. Luke Getsy, the Bears OC, is just like, absolutely not. Brian Flores likes to blitz. He blitzed the hell out of us at Soldier Field the first time we played this game. Justin Fields got hurt in that game. We ain't doing it anymore. Clearly afraid of the reputation that Flores has and the way the Vikings have managed to get home this season. It's the only time DJ Moore even tried to move the ball that far downfield. And if that wasn't ironic enough, Flores didn't even bring any pressure. That's how it happened in the first place. They hung back. They played coverage. Gave Fields all the time he needed to throw, and it winds up biting him. Hits DJ Moore. Bears kneel out the clock all the way down to the final 20 or so seconds. Go ahead on the field goal. The Vikings did make a valiant effort on the fumble Ruski 10 million laterals play. Didn't wind up working out for him. I'm hoping I haven't already said too much about this game. It wasn't one worth remembering. Throw to DJ Moore was really nice. Justin Fields. Wouldn't say anything else about Fields' performance was particularly good or memorable. This is a game that's not worth talking about again until we have another singular stinker. Like once every year or 3, we can say, oh, that almost sucked as much as the Bears Vikings game on Monday night in week 12 of 2023. All right, I'm done. Vikings are now the NFC's 7 seed. They fall a spot in the standings, but they are still a playoff team. They now have Green Bay breathing down their necks. The rival Packers are hanging out right there, just one win behind them. For the Chicago Bears, their first division win in 10 tries, under head coach Matt Eberflus, 1-9 in the NFC North. Hey, you got one. I guess at that point, you're not going to complain about how you get them. Chicago Bears, 4-8 on the year. I bet they feel nice that at the very least, they know the Panthers are hanging on to the top draft pick for them by virtue of that trade.